History. Yes. History. Lots of things to see in history. And history is not easy. It has a lot of reading, right? For that, in English, as you remember, we've been learning different ways to get the information. Sometimes we don't understand absolutely everything, yeah? But yes, we understand clue words, important sentences, yeah? We do get that. That we understand it, yeah? In history, it's the same because it's reading, okay? It's reading. So, for today, we've got, some of you have this at home, because I know some of you went to fetch it at school. The others, don't worry, I'm always sending it with the mail. You remember? All the pages that I read in the videos. In the Zoom classes, it's different because I can show you, right? You can read them directly. And then we do some drawing, but that's cheating. That's another thing. Yeah? I send you the papers. I send you the pictures. I take a picture and I send them to you. Okay? No need to print them out. No need to print them out. Especially during the video. During the video, listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying. If you've got it printed and you've got it next to you, super. You can go following the reading maybe, yeah? But if not, just listen, okay? Today we're going to see another period. Another topic more than period, yeah? It's life in the glacial period. Glacial, icy, cold, right? They show us always, every single time, not right at the beginning, every single time, we've got a timeline, okay? And it shows us different things. Right up till today, up to nowadays, yeah? Archaeologists, I bet some of you have forgotten. What are archaeologists, or who are archaeologists? Yes, they're specialists that study history, that look for evidence. You remember we saw that word before? Evidence from past years, to study it and to learn more. Archaeologists haven't found many human remains from the 200 years after the Pontwyd people. Evidence of human life. We know that humans were around in Britain because we found things like tools from around 100,000 years ago. We can't say that something happened if we don't have the evidence, if we don't have elements, if we don't have things, if we don't have remains, right? We can't say that something existed many, many years ago if we don't have evidence. It could be fiction, it could be invented, right? we read many stories with invented things. That is fine. But if we're talking about history, we can't. In this book, in our history book, there cannot be invented things. Because these books are telling us the truth, things that really existed or that really happened. It doesn't matter how many years ago. Yeah? Can be 10. I could talk about 10 years ago, 20 years ago, when I was a little girl. But for you to believe me, I need you to show you things. Okay? I need to show you things. Look, these were the markers that I used to use 30 years ago. Yeah, I need to show you evidence. Evidence of human life. We know that humans were around in Britain because we found things like tools from around 100,000 years ago. From this, we can tell, we specialists, not we Miss Kim and you guys, we the specialists, we can tell that people were in Britain for at least some of the time. The next oldest human skeleton that's been found is from 33,000 years ago. I insist, I am 38 years old, not 38,000 years old. No, not that old. Imagine, thousands of years ago. Let's find out about him. Or if it's a her. Paviland Man was originally called the Red Lady of Paviland. Obviously, Paviland is a place, right? When he was discovered, people thought he was a woman, as he was buried with jewelry. Yeah? But when his bones were studied, he turned out to be a young man. Some people think the Paviland Man might have been killed by hunting a mammoth. What were mammoths? Yes, big furry elephants. If you have to compare it with an animal today, it's very similar to the elephant. Big ones, fat ones with trunks, yeah, and big tusks. But in that period, they were hairy as well. They had a lot of hair on them. Because a mammoth skull. Let me go a little bit back. Some people think that Paviland Man might have been killed when he was hunting a mammoth. Why would they say that? Because a mammoth skull was found close. So, if I find a skeleton, right, of a supposed person, and then I find animal bones around, one maybe might believe, you say, oh, probably then what happened was that this man was hunting animals and something happened. An animal attacked him, but that is invention, right? The evidence these guys got were two. The man, the skeleton of the man, and the skull of a mammoth close by. This painting shows what his burial might have been, how they might have buried them. Later, when you can see this closer, Look at it. Okay, look at it closely. Strange behavior in the Cheddar Caves. Cheddar, that makes me hungry. Bones from around 14,700 years ago have been found in the caves in Cheddar Gorge. Again, places. There are animal bones that have cut marks from stone knives on them. Yeah? The evidence shows that the animals were obviously cut. Well, who are the people who use tools? Let's think about that first. Well, yeah, humans. Animals don't use tools. Maybe some more developed animals might use stones to chop or cut things. But actual tools, only human beings. Right? So we know there something happened between a human and an animal. There are also human bones with marks from knives on them. So if these specialists find bones, right, of humans with marks of knives on them, what could that mean? What would we think that happened there? Again, this is just what we think, right? Well, if I find a bone or a skull or something, right, that has marks of knives or of tools, well, that would lead me to think that there was a problem between humans, right? Nobody has told us if these guys talk or not yet, which leads me to think that they didn't. So if they had a problem, I think that the easiest solution was to, yes, go and damage that person, right? Make him hurt or something like that. It might mean, that humans ate other humans. Oh, look at that. Maybe they weren't fighting. They were just feeding. They needed food. Maybe they used, right, the meat of human beings to eat. And it looks like they did, because as well as cut marks, they are also tooth marks. Well, that would mean they would nibble the meat of the other one. Yeah? Imagine cutting other humans to eat their meat. Yes, ew, miss, ew. Yeah. Don't worry, I'm not going to eat you guys. I prefer a hamburger. Or chocolate. Right? But think about it. In that period, did they have chocolate? Did they have hamburgers? No. They had very little to eat. Or they had invented very little to eat. Right? Nowadays, most people believe that eating other humans is wrong. It's not good. But the people in the Cheddar Caves may not have thought this. It might have been quite normal to do this. Remember, in this period, they didn't think a lot of, is this right or is this wrong? right? The only thing that they thought of is, I need to survive. And if you, right there, human being, have meat, and that keeps me healthy, well, I'll eat you. I don't care, right? Art in the ages of ice. The object below is about 12,500 years ago, and it's the oldest piece of art that's been found in Britain. A picture has been engraved on it. What is to engrave? To make it. But remember, here it was with sharp, pointy things, yeah? It wasn't just la 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 painting with paint and beautiful paintbrushes. No, no, no. They had to engrave them on stone. Look at it very closely. If you look at it closely, I that have it close, there are lots of lines. I wonder what it's showing us, right? Maybe it's showing us an animal. Maybe it's showing us something they did. Actually, the book says what it is. Supposedly it's a horse, right? It doesn't look just like a horse, but it says in the book that it's a horse. The end of the age of ice. For hundreds of thousands of years, glaciers came and went. Remember that glaciers weren't there forever, right? They make themselves, then they melt, then they were made again, then they melt again, yeah? About 500,000 years ago, a few thousand years after people who were found in Cheddar died, the glaciers melted for the last time. The last glacial period was over. I know we've got glaciers here in Chile, yeah? But it's in one section, in one part. It's not like the whole of Chile is covered with ice, right? It's just that in this time, during this time, many thousands of years ago, there were periods. Because it wasn't just 1 or 2 years, lots of years, right? That's the fun thing with history. That things took a lot of time. Things took a lot of time to build. Things took a lot of time to learn, right? I'm sorry. Yeah? It wasn't like, oh, okay, we'll learn how to hunt. We'll learn how to make houses. No, it's not. Remember, my favorite words. It's not magic, okay? Now, you've got your pages from your activity book. You need to do them. You've got the pages from the real book. Use them. No problemo, baby. Okay? So, finish the work. Enjoy your time. Yeah? Don't forget, English, reading every single day. Yep. Math, practice your mental math. Okay? And remember, when you read, clue words and sentences. Enjoy your afternoon, guys. See you tomorrow in Zoom class at 11 o'clock. Same as every day that we have Zoom class, of course. Right? Enjoy your time. Bye, guys.